Hi everyone, welcome back to Visually Hidden Selects. I'm Peter O'Brien, and today I would like to talk to you about Rocky from 1976, directed by John G. Avildsen and starring Sylvester Stallone, Talia Shire, Burt Young, Burgess Meredith, and Carl Weathers. This film was also written by Sylvester Stallone, who completed the first draft in just 3 days. The character of Rocky, he's sort of based on and inspired by Rocky Marciano, who was a professional fighter, and Rocky Graziano, who was also a professional heavyweight fighter. The character also draws inspiration from Terry Malloy from On the Waterfront. As I mentioned in that video, they are kind of cinematic cousins, but the genesis for this story came from a real-life event that occurred on March 24th, 1975, when Muhammad Ali fought Chuck Wepner. And Chuck Wepner was the underdog against the champ. That gave Sylvester Stallone kind of the idea and the inspiration to take all of these ingredients from boxing history and films that he liked and reality and mix them together, put his own spin on it to write the script for Rocky. And when he started to shop around the script, he was offered like $350,000 for the script to just walk away. But Sylvester Stallone, to his credit, he knew that he wrote a good script and he knew that he wanted to be an actor. So this was really him forging his own path. He stuck to his guns and said, I don't want the money, I want to star in this film. Because he knew if the film was successful and somebody else was starring in it, he would hate himself forever. Initially, they wanted other big stars like James Caan, Robert Redford, Ryan O'Neal to star as Rocky, but it would not have been the same movie. There's something about Sylvester Stallone's performance in this film and his intuition with the character that just make it exceptional. No one else could have portrayed this character and been as effective as Sylvester Stallone, simply because he knew the heart of the character better than anyone. And as the writer, he was able to tailor it to his strengths as an actor. And the budget went from $2 million with a star to $1 million with Sylvester Stallone. And anything that went over that budget, the producers would have had to have paid for out of their pocket. And in fact, I believe they did have to mortgage their houses in order to make up some costs when it went over budget. The silver lining is, of course, that Rocky was the highest grossing film of 1976, but it really is essentially an independent film. When you watch this, they are employing guerrilla filmmaking left and right throughout the entire Philadelphia area. The whole sequence when Rocky is running through the city training was done without permits, minimal setups. There's a great shot in the film when he's running along the waterfront and there's a barge out on the docks and the director is in a van getting basically this incredible tracking shot, and then Stallone kicks into this sprint and it's just an amazing shot. I think my favorite scene in this movie is kind of in the middle, right after Rocky gets offered the opportunity to fight for the heavyweight championship. Mickey, played by Burgess Meredith, comes around because he realizes what a great opportunity this is for Rocky. Meanwhile, the first half of the movie, Mickey has basically been bad-mouthing and berating Rocky any chance he gets, and now that Rocky has an opportunity, it's not so much that he wants to cash in and ride on his coattails so much as he realizes the value of this opportunity and what it could mean for Rocky. But Rocky's experience with Mickey really comes out in this scene, and it's a very revealing scene about their history together and apart. You learn so much about Mickey in this scene, and you learn even more about Rocky in this scene. And a big part of it was actually improvised by Sylvester Stallone while they were filming. And that's just the magic that he can do as the writer and as the actor, to just put those words and those feelings into the character instantly. And my favorite shot in this movie is actually at the end of that scene, when Rocky goes after Mickey, and it's just a quiet shot of his street. And then right at the very end, as Rocky is walking back up the street, the L train goes by in the upper right-hand corner. And it's just such a beautifully composed shot. But the thing that I really love about Rocky is that its title says it all. It's a character study on Rocky Balboa and his experiences in this turning point in his life. It really is just a fantastic insight into a person that I don't have anything in common with, and yet I do. You know, I think that's part of the charm of this film and this story is the character of Rocky. He isn't a superhero. In his own words, he's a bum. You know, you kind of get a sense very early on that he's down and out, but maybe not completely out. You know, and I think that's also just one of the things that attracts people to this film is it's basically an underdog story from start to finish. And the entire cast is very solid in this film. Talia Shire, who plays Adrian, she just does an exceptional job, and her character has a fantastic arc that coincides and kind of goes along with Rocky as he transitions from a down and out underdog, you know, loan shark fighter. She herself undergoes a transformation of confidence through her relationship with Rocky. And I don't think enough great things can be said about Carl Weathers as Apollo Creed. He really is just a standout character in cinema history, let alone this film and this film series. He just has all of this charisma and all of this bravado, and he can back it up. Like, he's not the champ for no reason, but he really is the total package, and it's just fantastic to see the beginning of Rocky and Apollo's relationship in this film, and then throughout the sequels where it goes. There are also a number of fantastic character actors. Joe Spinell plays Mr. Gazzo, Rocky's gangster employer, and he's just really fantastic. He's a solid character actor who turns up in the most interesting of places throughout his career. Even Lloyd Kaufman, who is the president and founder of Troma, turns up in this film. He is a drunk that Rocky picks up on the street and carries into the bar, and he was just kind of hanging around the production, helping things go smoothly. John G. Avildsen even thanks him in his Oscar acceptance speech. So, one for Troma. This film was nominated for a number of awards, and it actually won Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Sound Editing at the 1976 Academy Awards. Sylvester Stallone was also nominated for Best Actor. Talia Shire was nominated for Best Actress, and I believe Burt Young and Burgess Meredith were both nominated for Best Supporting Actor. And Stallone was also nominated for Best Original Screenplay. I believe all of those were lost to Network, and Network is a good movie too, but honestly, Rocky is the one that I go back and watch again and again. I just love this film, and I just love how humble the character is, and how small and simple the story is, but how well it's made, how well it's executed, and how small and humble the production was as well. It really is a very genuine and sincere film that comes across, and I think that's part of why it endures and why it has the reputation it has, why it has the appeal it has, and why it has left the legacy that it has. So that's it for Rocky. I really hope you like this recommendation, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future selections. If you do watch Rocky, please leave us a comment and let us know what you think of the film. We will be discussing it at length on the Visually Hidden Selects podcast next week, so be sure to tune into that. And until next time, see ya!